Many people think Sigma males are shy and don't know much, but actually, they prefer to be seen that way. They're not shy, they just like staying unnoticed. Sigma males know what they're up to and shouldn't be underestimated. They're quiet and observe everything, studying every person and their actions. Even though Sigma men might seem like quiet types, they're actually tough opponents you don't want to challenge. They might not be strong or loud, but their smart minds and strategies are their best weapons. They're hard to predict, which makes them dangerous. They don't intend harm, but if pushed too far, they can be powerful. Sigma males live by their own rules, not following society's norms. Despite appearing calm, here are 9 reasons why they can be seriously risky. Their unpredictability can confuse you and make you feel unsettled. There's a unique feeling when you don't know what to expect from someone. Some people's unpredictability can make you nervous, especially if you upset them. It feels like balancing on a tightrope without a safety net. You never know what they'll do next, and that uncertainty can confuse you. It's not just that Sigma men are unpredictable. It's how they make you feel when you can't guess what they'll do. It's like you're always ready for something unexpected to happen. This can be risky, especially if you're in a disagreement with a Sigma. You might think you're in control because they're not loud or aggressive, but that's what makes them dangerous. They don't reveal their thoughts, so you can't be sure of their intentions. It's like playing poker with someone who knows your cards, but you have no clue about theirs. When you provoke someone known for being unpredictable, the outcome can be even more surprising. You never know how they'll respond, and even simple talks can feel like navigating a difficult situation. Their danger is like a sleeping volcano, most of it hiding underground. People often don't realize how strong Sigma males are because they seem quiet and humble. People think they know everything about them just by looking at them, but Sigma men are more complicated than they seem. They might seem distant and not interested, but inside, they're always thinking and planning. This surprises people who try to understand them better and don't see their true intelligence and strength because Sigma men keep it hidden. Sigma men don't show their full power until they need to. When they do, it can be surprising and even dangerous. They try to avoid fights, but if they're pushed too far, they can be very strong, even if they don't show it. Unlike alpha males who are loud and obvious, Sigma males keep their strength hidden. They only show it when they have to. This makes them hard to predict and can make them dangerous if they're pushed too far. They're like a bomb waiting to explode when you least expect it. They hide in the dark, quietly observing everything you do. Many folks don't notice Sigma much because he prefers to stay in the background. He isn't one to seek attention or praise, but that doesn't mean he's not paying attention. Being introverted lets him quietly observe everything around him without drawing notice. He can easily blend into the shadows and quietly watch all your actions. This makes it hard for others to guess his next move or if he might be a threat. It's like playing chess with someone who sees all your moves, but you can't see theirs. People who know about Sigmas prefer to have them as allies rather than enemies. They're great allies because they notice even the smallest details and can spot danger from far away. Sometimes, folks don't realize they've upset a Sigma until it's too late. He observes, waits, and plans his actions carefully, making him someone you don't want to cross. They're always thinking and making plans. Even when Sigma men appear relaxed, they're not just lounging around. Their brains are always active, thinking and planning ahead. They don't rush into things or make sudden decisions. Every move they make is carefully considered. This makes them tough opponents because they don't easily make mistakes. They're always thinking ahead, making it hard for others to outsmart them. And because they're not seeking attention or power, their plans are driven by a desire to succeed, not ego. Sigma males aren't reckless. They're strategic and precise, qualities you might not expect from someone laid back. They often have strong intuition and can see the big picture clearly. They may not be running around physically, but their minds are always working. They're tough to understand, so it's hard to know what they can really do. These people have a natural facade that's hard to understand, which makes it tough for others to know what they can do. This adds mystery and interest to who they are, making them more attractive but also risky. Their skill at hiding their real thoughts and feelings makes them like a blank paper, and it's up to you to try to understand what they're up to. But it's not easy because they're good at controlling their emotions and hiding what they really want. Even if you're really good at understanding people, it's hard to figure them out, which can be scary. Not being able to understand someone can make you feel uneasy, especially if you're trying to figure out what they might do. This not only makes you nervous, but also makes it hard for you to plan your own next steps. How can you get ready for something when you don't even know what it is? There's a saying that says it's not the person you know who is your problem. It's the one you don't know. They might seem nice, but they can also be very tricky. Charm can be a powerful tool in the hands of the right person. It can open doors, win over hearts, and sway opinions. But there's another side to charm, the ability to manipulate. Even though Sigma men might not use their charm for bad reasons, they can still be very manipulative when they need to protect themselves or achieve their goals. They're good at making people do things without them even realizing it, which makes it hard to see their influence. This is very risky because you might be doing what they want without knowing it. Playing their manipulation game is like dancing with fire. It's exciting, but you could get hurt if you're not careful. Messing with someone's feelings and thoughts is never good, but it's even worse when the person doing it is smart and hard to understand. This makes them tough opponents, and you might not even know you're being played. You might think you're in charge, but that might not be true at all. They will do whatever it takes to win. If you really push them, while these individuals usually avoid being confrontational or aggressive, there are moments when someone persistently irritates them. Even Sigma men who typically keep to themselves have their limits. If you keep pushing them after being warned, they may react differently. It's akin to prodding a bear with a stick. Sooner or later, the bear will fight back. When provoked, Sigma men can become dangerous due to their quick thinking and unpredictable reactions. They don't avoid conflict. Instead, they handle it in their own distinct manner. If you disregard the warnings and keep pushing, be prepared for the consequences. Dealing with a Sigma man who has a grudge against you isn't something you'd wish for. They'll pursue victory relentlessly, which can be intimidating. They're always ready to anticipate. Some individuals seem to have a special knack for predicting what's coming up next. But how do they manage it? The secret lies in their knack for anticipation. Sigma men are experts at staying ahead, drawing from their past experiences and quick wits to stay ahead of possible threats. They become skilled at spotting signs and hints, which helps them get ready and strategize in advance. This remarkable ability lets them steer clear of trouble before it even shows up, making them appear almost invincible. It's a talent that can't really be taught, but for those who have it, it can make a big difference between success and failure. Sigma males can process information really fast, giving them a big edge over opponents. Many folks wonder how they pull it off, but the truth is, sometimes even Sigma men themselves aren't quite sure. It's almost like a reflex or instinct that they've polished over time, something that just comes naturally to them. This also makes them quite formidable. They can see through people's actions and plans, making it tricky for others to manipulate them. This skill can really frustrate those who try to outsmart them, as they often find themselves outplayed at every move. They are like icebergs. There's more beneath the surface than what you see at first glance. The saying, "Don't judge a book by its cover," rings especially true for Sigma males. It's easy to form quick opinions about them based on how they look or act at first, but there's usually more to them than meets the eye. Sigma men are complex individuals with many sides to their personality. At first glance, they might seem shy or inexperienced, making others think they're easily influenced. But those who underestimate them soon find out they're mistaken. Sigma males are just different. They prefer to watch and plan rather than dive straight in. This can make them seem aloof or distant, but really, they're just taking everything in before they decide what to do. Their quietness might fool people into thinking they don't know much, but they actually have a lot of knowledge and skills waiting to be revealed at the right time. So don't rush to judge them. You might be surprised by what you discover beneath the surface.